I got a question, right? Like, when it comes to religion, where do you stand at when it comes to that? Because that was something that I was fighting with, right? I, when it came to like the whole Jesus, um, believing, I always believed in God, but it was just when I had this one conversation with my brother, right? And we were talking about religion aspect. Now, backstory, my mom like had us in the church so heavy. It was heavy to the point where we went to church like every single day. We didn't miss days. I'm talking about from Sunday school to Bible study, the whole night vacation Bible school. And growing up, we had this fear of like God. Like we were scared to like not tithe, like all these things. So fast forward growing up, me and my brother, we were talking just about like tithing. And then we started talking about like Jesus, right? And my brother was like, he didn't believe the story of Jesus. He didn't believe none of that, right? And as me, like being like the little brother would not, I'm listening to my brother and the stuff he was saying, I'm just like, oh, okay, like I see how he kind of pinpoint everything into this, right? So I started saying the same thing. I was like, oh, okay, like, well, he must be right because, what I'm saying, I'm just going off my brother. But when I tell you, like, everything felt like it was going like downhill, like slowly, everything was going downhill to the point where I was at the hospital. I had to go to the emergency room. And I'm gonna tell you about that. Like my whole journey of believing in not, I always believe in a higher power like God, but I'm talking about like Jesus, like truly believing in Jesus. And it took me going to the hospital to like really understand that. And right now I'm walking right now, so I'm trying to like find a spot that I can like talk at because they usually have like this part um nearby where I can talk so I can like gather all my thoughts. But if I'm not able to, then I'll just, you know what? I'm just gonna walk and talk, right? I'm just gonna walk and talk. So fast forward, my brother, he's saying like, oh, how he didn't, believe and whatnot. And I'm following him, right? So we got that part. Things started going slowly downhill for me, right? Because in the back of my mind, it was like I believe, but I didn't want to. I, it was just like my brother was so convincing, y'all. Like my brother was so convincing. He was saying like, no, like that can't be because of this and this and this. And I'm just like, yo, like I believe him. Hold on, y'all. Look at this right here. Should I go down it? I don't know, man. I don't know. Yo, if I fall, God got me. I'm speaking the word. I'm talking about Jesus. So I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. Y'all look, I'm going to be, I'm going to be good. I'm good. All right, cool. We got it. But fast forward, right? Well, where was I? Oh, my life, right? So at the time I was cutting weight, right? On working out and stuff. And y'all know, like, when you working out and stuff, you'll usually have like sugar-free products like Splenda, like sugar-free drinks and stuff like that. I'm talking about I'm drinking that all the time. Never had a problem with it. I'm drinking it. Next thing you know, I'm going to the emergency room. It felt like my whole body was like locking up and I couldn't do nothing about it. So I went to the doctor. They had no idea what was wrong with me, right? I'm talking about they tried to prescribe me like antibiotics and all this other stuff. But it felt like my body wasn't like responding to it. So at the time, I started going on like Reddit, right? I started, you know, searching up the symptoms, like what's going on with me? How can I make myself feel better? All these things. Now, now, this the two TMI part right here, right? I'm laying on my bed, my whole body locked up. It felt like I could not move, right? And something in my head said, Jesus. I'm not lying. Something in my head was talking about Jesus. I promise you, I laid on my bed. I said, Jesus, I said, God, if you get me through this right here, I would never, ever go against you. I promise you, I said that. I said, I would never, ever go against you, right? Now, laying on my bed, I don't know what's going on me. I already went to the doctor. I promise you, I found, like seconds later, I found the video on this Reddit page. It went like a bunch of views or nothing. I ended up clicking it. They're talking about like stretching. They're talking about like open up your hips and stuff. Yeah, I did that. My body felt back to normal. And from that moment right there, I never went against Jesus. But at the same time, I was thinking to myself like, man, you know, like what if this all in my head, right? Like what like do I truly believe because he did this? You know what I'm saying? And I remember kind of going back and forth, back and forth. And I just remember, I say, you know what? I'm gonna just start praying to God. And I'm gonna include Jesus in it. And I started doing that, y'all. I promise you, it felt like my life was getting better. I cannot explain it. You know what I'm saying? And there's some stuff that, you know, I wouldn't share with other people because I don't even want you to like say like nothing else. Like, oh, it was because of this and that. Like, no, like I believe in my faith. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's a lot of people talk about like the Anunnakis and stuff like that. I can't go against how you feel. But when it comes to me, I know I believe in Jesus, right? That's just my faith. And yeah, that's my story. And ever since then, I've been believing, you feel me? But have you ever like, I feel like my faith, I need to keep building on my faith. I feel I need my faith to be stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like any kind of word, I can call on God, I can call on Jesus. And that's what my goal is. I want to get stronger. I don't want to be like the super religion person, always in the church, talking about like, you know, I gotta live this kind of way, this and that, or judging others. Like, nah, like I want to strengthen up my faith in the Lord. I want to do what feel right to me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just where I'm at in life, you know? And even my family, like my mom, she's heavy into the whole religion aspect, right? I'm still strengthening up my faith in the Lord because that's how I feel, you know? So this is like truly like my journey and me finding myself, you know what I'm saying? Me really pausing, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of distractions in the world, but me just pausing and talking. And even doing this, you know what I'm saying? Getting out my comfort zone, walking with a camera and talking, you know what I'm saying? Even talking about the Lord as my first like vlogging outside where it's just me and you, right? I don't know, man. So that's my whole spiel of where I'm at with religion aspect. And I know, let me see, I'm gonna sit down. Hope you guys can see me. Hopefully it ain't too dark over here. I want you guys to see me. But yeah, this is like my whole thing is like, I really want to just, you know, be honest, be vulnerable, you know, especially when it comes to things like this, because I know a lot of people probably dealing with the same thing when it comes to religion, right? I know I'm not the only one. I know it was on my heart for a reason to talk about God and where I'm at right now. And understanding also, like, I'm not perfect when it comes to the Lord, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, this can help someone. And if you going through something like this, you know what I'm saying, let me know like what you did to get through to the other side, or even strengthen up your faith even more. Because the problem ain't if I believe or not, because I do believe. It's just like, how can I strengthen it? How can I call on the Lord no matter what? You know what I'm saying? Like, not just be in my head about it, just always give it to the Lord, always give it to God. You know what I'm saying? Don't be weary. Don't be kind of frustrated between if you read something about the Anunnakis or anything, you know, of that nature, or someone trying to persuade you. Like, how can you just, you know what I'm saying, like truly reserve these thoughts to yourself, but also knowing when to speak about it, you know? Because I never want to push nothing on nobody else. I don't want to push no kind of religion on nobody. I don't want nobody to feel like, you know, I'm being judgmental. Like, no, like, this is, I'm not perfect. I dealt with things too, but you know, this is just where I'm at in life. So I'm curious to hear how you guys feel about religion and where it sits at with you. So, so yeah, make sure you subscribe, you know, like, comment, because I'm really growing this page just as a vlogging about my life. You guys get to know me, you know. So yeah, that's all I got. Bye.